Hey everybody, what is up? We are going to do a lot of drafts today. Um, for those who don't know, Drafters has weeklies as well, and they did not have the milestone bonuses week one, but they have them back week two. So you do 10 of them, get a free ticket. So on the $11 one and on the $3.30 one, they both have the same milestone. 50 of them, you get a ticket. 25, you get a ticket. 10, you get a ticket. I'm just going to do 10 of each. Um, what's up, Chad? How we doing? We're not going to start there, though. We are going to start with Underdog once I log in. What's up, Schuster? I seen you can't do drafters apparently where you live. We're going to do a hurry up and we're going to enter in 10 seconds. Um, I need to get basically all of these done tonight, just in case I can't tomorrow night. Friday night, I absolutely can't. So I have to do a bunch of these now. So I basically got to do like 30 or 40 drafts tonight. And I've been looking through some stats and stuff. Pennsylvania doesn't allow you to have fun. Illinois lets you have fun. They just tax the hell out of you for having fun. So, I mean, man, I really don't like the sixth spot. In my eyes, there is a major top six. Like, I think our top five. I think that there's a huge drop off after these five players. That's just where I'm at. Like I think that these five players should always be picked first every single draft, regardless of anything else. And I do like Puka a lot, and he's definitely my six. But I do think that CeeDee Lamb's matchup against the Bears is pretty bad. Like you go by coverage grade, the Bears are dead last in coverage grade by a pretty decent margin. And on top of that, Dallas is down here at 23 as well. So, like, I'm kind of just targeting all pieces in that game. You also look at that, and we'll go back to that screen. If you go to run defense and you scroll to the bottom, you have the Cowboys down there in run defense. So, this will be the only week I'm into DeAndre Swift. That's what I know. I kind of think DeAndre and he's questionable, so it may not be a good pick. But I think taking a couple shares of Swift, and then if it has to late swap, it has to late swap. Just set your rankings and let it late swap. And if he gets ruled inactive, it happens. That game, yeah, the game speed will be slow. What's up, Hartman? Oh, is it? Nice. The sprint we done is not advancing, but it's like fourth, pretty good. Pretty decent. You can figure that out for yourself. There's a certain commentator who loves him, some Patrick Mahomes. And it's kind of a meme, like how he will not stop talking about him every time he plays. So, or I think it is. The few people will get it, and those who get it, yeah, yeah. You're only allowed 35 characters. Or I would have wrote Collinsworth, not Chris. It's not all Chris's. It's one single Chris. But he's like that with all quarterbacks. Like he loves watching quarterbacks play, and he lets you know about it. I think Pacheco's dead. Like, I hate to admit it, I think he's dead. Oh, is it? Is it actually? Did I misspell it? Technically, it could be the color commentator. True, it could. I think we all know which one we're talking about here. So, uh, but I'm assuming that the God I hope so wins the vote. Uh, I honestly, as a KC fan, I've said it before. I'm very happy with what has happened recently. Like, if we have a couple bad seasons, it's fine. Do I want it? Absolutely not. But do I think it's okay? I think at this point, like, KC fans should just be happy that we've done as well as we have for a while. And if we have a horrendous season, we have a horrendous season. I'm having a hard time getting to any Chase Brown. I do really like Jordan Mason, but I don't like Jordan Mason that much on the Jefferson team. Like, I really do not like this side of the board at all. Like, I really, really don't like this side of the board. Tyler Warren has a little injury. I kind of like the Kamara matchup a lot. We're going to go with the Kamara matchup. Just because I've already done Jefferson plus Mason a couple times. I don't want to continually do that. What's stranger, Chris's love for Mahomes? Probably my love for Superflex. It's not like I've won anything in Superflex, so I don't have a reason to really enjoy it, but I do. Don't be sad that it's over and be happy. Yeah, exactly. Like and I don't think it's over. Like, I think it could just be a down year, and next year we're good again. You know. I don't like a lot of the RB plays this week, honestly. Like, I don't know. I'm going to do a lot of 3 wide receiver builds this week and just try to hit on a running back late. I think if you don't get McCaffrey, Robinson, Barkley, or Taylor, like, Bucky is fine, but I think if you don't get one of those 3, you're fighting so far uphill that, like, you just kind of want a guy. And I don't know, like, do we really think Javonte Williams plus Kay Walker or DeAndre Swift plus Jordan Mason is going to be enough? Even Bucky plus Kamara? I don't know. Like, maybe not. I love to see it, but at the same time, it scares the hell out of me. It really, really scares the hell out of me, for sure. There we go. Got a little background music today. And, yeah, so I just put in my Discord, Tyrone Tracy is not playing this week. I think that's official. Keep an eye on status. He has a calf. He had a light practice today. That's what it is. Really good for my 25% Scatterboo. I'm not going to victory lap an injury, but, like, I don't mind being happy my guy got an advantage. All right, so I kind of I'm going to go with Jatavian Sanders. And I've basically been taking Jaden Daniels in like every one of these. But that's probably bad. We'll take a Michael Penix share with Drake London here. Would you trade all Chiefs wide receivers for all Jets wide receivers? You mean current wide receivers? Are we including Worthy? Because if you're including Rice and Worthy, absolutely not. Like, not even close. If you're saying like Thornton, Hollywood, I would trade all of them for Garrett Wilson himself. So basically, no, absolutely, like not even close. Like, I wouldn't trade Rashee Rice or Xavier Worthy straight. Like, I wouldn't. Well, I definitely wouldn't trade Rice straight up for Garrett. I might trade, like, whenever you consider the contract stuff, I wouldn't trade either one. Like, absolutely. And just from a talent perspective, I still think Rice is more talented than Garrett. So, but if you add contract stuff in, I would absolutely take Worthy over Garrett, like from a team building perspective. Yeah. Well, like, I'm just never going to actually victory lap an injury. Like, there's a difference between telling everybody they're stupid and being happy that your guy is getting his chance. Like, I get a little upset at people who are out there. Like, when the Worthy injury happened, there was a couple of people that came at me and they're like, he was always trash. You don't know that. Like, the only way you can victory lap it is if they play and then they suck. So, like, what are you doing? Anyway, hurry up. We're going to do another one. 10 seconds. Jump in if you want. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And, like, the Jaden Reed stuff, I was probably wrong on. I might get bailed out. Yeah, I mean, not like, I don't think that is even close, Hartman. Rashee Rice himself is just a better player than Myles Garrett. Not Myles Garrett. I would trade any of those. I'd trade all three of those for Myles Garrett. But Joe Burrow was always going to get a random injury. Can't believe people picked him up. Yeah. Yeah. That has to feel a little bad. So we got Peppertoni here at the 2. We got the 3. 0. I've been seeing 0 in here all day. He's at the 4. I don't know if he's listening. Thanks, everybody, for popping in. If you could, please smash the like. We hoping to repeat, get another decent finish this week. Week 1, we got a 7th place finish on Drafters. It was like a 3,300 person tournament. Then last week we got a 5th place finish in Wildcat. We're hoping we can continue the luck, because I'm going to call it luck and not skill until I cash out. If I cash out for the year up, I will call it skill. If I don't, I will call it luck. Oh, you are. I did not know you were the money 88888. Max Killian over here. So, if you've seen in my thumbnail, I am personally Barkley over CMC this week. I don't want 0 CMC, but I do want to get to like 30% Barkley. As you've seen in the thumbnail, Barkley last year, yes, the Rams have added two linebackers this year. They should be a little better in run defense, but Barkley had 4 60-plus yard touchdowns last year against the Rams. Like, if they stop 1 a game, that's still, like, he had 200-plus rushing yards both games. Like, if you remove a 60-yard touchdown, like, that's still 120 yards and a touchdown. Like, sign me up. That doesn't mean that it's going to happen. I just kind of like the spot a lot. I kind of like the buy low on Nico this week too. I I don't love the Jacksonville defense. If we go over here to the Jacksonville coverage defense and you look down here, it's actually better than I expected. How is their coverage defense? Okay, maybe it's a bad pick. I don't love this metric by itself, though, honestly. It's just a kind of a glance, and 2 weeks isn't enough sample size to really know, especially when one of those weeks was against a team who couldn't throw the ball. I'm also buying in on some McBride and Bowers this week. So we'll take a McBride share here. I haven't been able to land McBride. Bowers always makes it back around. McBride doesn't always make it back around. It is. Yeah. I had 35% Sam Howell, knowing McCarthy, stress, and Superflex. Oh. Yeah, it's talk about running bad. Browning and Chase are, it could happen. I don't think it will. I will probably do it a single time. Like, I plan on doing about 70 drafts or something. I did 57 total drafts on Underdog last week. I plan on doing a similar amount this week. I love the Ladd McConkey pick this week. I'm taking too much of him. I do kind of like the Genty pick as well. I think that they're going to realize that they are misusing Genty. They had the Monday Night Football game. Everyone watched them completely misuse him. I kind of think that they go out and let him, like, just hand the ball to him a bunch in a matchup that is reasonably good against the Commanders. So I mean, they need to let him receive the ball a little bit, right? Like, he was really good at it 2 years ago. When does QJ take his rightful spot in the first? You are allowed to do that, Hartman. Go ahead. Did you see Jenny gave up on that one play? I've noticed, like, just watching him every game, he does look like semi-disinterested, which is really, really weird. Can I please get Pearsall? There we go. Hopefully it didn't double click it. I don't know why it's okay. So he's going to be very low owned. It opens me up to two different quarterbacks. Brock Purdy may play this week. Kyler is pretty much undrafted against San Francisco, but I mostly did that to take Herbert, who went right afterwards. This could just be, it could be a naked Drake May team. Bo Nix has looked horrendous as a passer. We'll go ahead and stack up, give a little stack in this game. So we got a Kyler, Barkley, Nico, Ladd, Pearsall, McBride for the bring back. I don't mind it. Peppertoni, CD Lamb at 2, Bucky Irving, Drake London, Tet McMillan. Got the little game stack there, a big game, like a game stack right there. Huge one with Penix. I like that team. The money, Bijan, JSN, Jordan Mason, Adams. I'm coming around to Adams being a very good pick this week. Harold Fannin, he did not care. And then Naked Dak, huh? Naked Dak won in one of the tournaments last week. So I'm not going to do it, but you are allowed to, sir. You are allowed. I am not going to do that. And we got 0 over here at the 4-hole. CMC Roma Dunze. He takes the CMC value and wastes it with the Roma Dunze pick and at the 9 spot. He's correlating week 17 already. Look at him. Tucker Kraft. I will be a 0 on Tucker Kraft this week. It's a scary fade, but it's a fade that I'm making. Javonte Williams. I hate it, but it's a good pick. Caleb Williams and DJ Moore. I do like the DJ Moore. I've been wanting to do some Dallas or some double stacks here. I like it. So the reason I'm going to be a 0 in on them, like if you look here, defensive grade, Cleveland number 1. Coverage grade, Cleveland number 8. Pass rush, Cleveland 1. Like run defense, Cleveland 1. Like I guess he could get there because they are worse against coverage than anything else, but their defense is awesome. I know the Packers are also awesome, but there's so many good scrolls that I kind of just like it. We'll do a Wildcat. We'll enter in 10 seconds. Josh Jacobs in this, well, we were going to enter a Wildcat in 10 seconds, but it's not loading. So when this loads, it'll be 10 seconds from then. I don't consider a team going against the number 1 run defense and the best defense in the league to be worth a first-round pick in this. Absolutely not. Like, I think he's draftable when they're going to be ahead and running out the clock. All right, I'll enter the Wildcat in 10 seconds. Dak is the last pick, seem better than – yeah, it does. I probably would have went like a naked Drake May or something like that there. Like just like, but like I said, naked Dak made it is the highest game total by 5 points this week. So I don't hate, like, I'm not saying it's a terrible pick. And if he gives 1 touchdown to all 3 of his pass catchers and throws 1 to Javonte, like he's going to have a 4 touchdown game, and his receivers probably won't be at the top. And like, it's a very unique script that you need, but it's a script that is possible. We got Mike Robb at the 101 again. Ghost cards at the 2. Dak 488 Lamb here at the 3. What's up? I got the 4. Hartman at the 5. Squill at the 2. Squill's at the 6. It's Squill 2. All right, we got hey. I think after this one, I will load up. We can keep doing these, or I can load up my eliminator matchups and the first quarter matchups, and we can look through those. Whatever you guys want to do, I don't care. We got Bijan at his rightful place. Like, I do like. I'm going to go ahead and take CD here. I don't want to have. I want to be at the field with CD Lamb. The CMC bet this week, like it's very hard to like say CMC isn't the 101, but Barkley going against a matchup he destroyed twice last year, like absolutely destroyed twice last year. The defensive line's still the same. Bijan is against the Panthers. Like, it's hard to argue against that. And the Niners are kind of a mess right now. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, I'm probably going heavy wide receiver this slate, though. I know generally you want to go heavy running back. And yes, I got 5th with a 3 wide receiver team last week, but I did do mostly two running back teams. I just think this slate is better for the 3 wide receivers than the 2 RBs. I don't like the scrolls as much as other people. I think there's some fun scrolls. I think the more fun, like I think the wide receivers that you can get every draft are way better. Jefferson gets a quarterback upgrade, goes later. Yeah. I mean, he goes about where he was going. So this about right here is where I'll take Jacobs. I honestly prefer Mason to Jacobs, but I need to make sure I get a couple shares of Josh Jacobs. We'll go ahead and do that. I'm basically just taking the ADP pick right now. We'll do something a little different with the next pick. So what do I want here? I think I'm just going to go ahead and take Dak, make sure I get a Dak CD Lamb stack. Then if Pickens comes back around, I will double stack it, maybe. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. So Jonathan Taylor Jefferson feels awesome. Like, I'm not going to be taking JSN over Puka, Jefferson, or Chase. I do think that he's he's definitely probably the next guy. You could argue Nico or London. We'll go ahead and pull Dak up here just to make sure we get the stack. If you could, and you just popped in, smash the like. And if you do like the content and you're new, think about hitting the sub for me. We are on the road to 500 by the end of the season. Hopefully we get there. Yeah, he does. And they should be dominating. He's probably a really good pick. But with the Browns just held Derrick Henry to 24 yards or whatever, 22, 24 yards. And I know that it's like in the like if we go back to this chart and you go to run blocking, the Packers, where are the Packers? The Packers are down here. And if you go to run defense, the Browns are up here. So, like, I don't think it's a good matchup. I don't want 0 Jacobs because I think it's a good game script bet. Yeah, we'll go with Javonte here. I hate that it's a good pick, but it's a good pick. Like, I faded them in best ball. The dumbest thing I can do is continue that fade in DFS. Like, it would just make no sense. I do really like the Zach Ertz pick this week. I made a couple of the scrolls last week. I hit the Juwan Johnson one, but that was a usage thing. Zach Ertz kind of falls into the same thing, but man, like, I do really like me some Kyle Pitts this week. I will not be running it. I don't know literally anything about WNBA. For those who have drafters, though, if you look at your pick'ems and drafters, they have a we'll look at this real quick. I don't even know who this is, but it's if she scores a point, you win. 2 hours. I've already placed this entry. I put it with Devon A-Chain over 5.5 receptions. It's a $10 max. I just wanted to like make that bet. I like the A-Chain prop quite a bit. Thoughts on Daniels and Terry versus Raiders? I think if Daniels plays, he's probably the best pick in these tournaments. Carson Wentz viable pick with Jefferson or not? I think so. Like I wouldn't be taking him over and over again. I do think having a team or two with it. If you're going to do volume, I think having a team is fine. All right, so we got Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Javonte, no Bear bring back. We have Puka, Josh Jacobs, and Kyle Pitts. Mike Robb, once again, CMC at the 1. Week 17 bring back, like it. Like I guess he took Bijan at the one last time. But the elite quarterback comes back, the only elite on the slate that is definitely playing. Jaden Daniels did miss the last 2 days of practice, so he probably trending to not play. But I'm just going to move Drake May up to quarterback 6, and I'll just take unstack May on all the Daniels teams. I'm fine with that. But he's got Mike Evans, who's actually a good pick. People are scared because he's going against an elite corner again. You got DJ Moore, Caleb Williams, Bijan, Bucky, McBride. Shocker, Cards takes McBride again. I think this is Rick Cruiser. He hasn't said anything, but if you're watching, thanks for watching. And maybe I have the name wrong. It's been a while since you said something. You got Barkley, Nico, London, Adams, Ferg, and Penix. A similar thing from last time. He has the London Penix. The London Penix thing was done last draft as well. I think though Penix is a pretty good pick this week. All right, I'm going to look over here on drafters. No, we'll go ahead and do another. We're going to do a hurry up, and we're going to enter in 10 seconds. Once upon a time when Wentz was a good quarterback. Then he went to Kansas City. And Andy Reid let that Patrick Mahomes guy play over him, and everything was ruined. We get the 101. Schuster's got the 4. Ghost Cards got the 2. Peppertoni's got the 6. Bryson's got the 5. Welcome back, sir. Appreciate it. Great call out on the drafters pick 'em, man. Hey, no problem. When it loses money, you can yell at me. Because I think the 5.5 HN receptions feels pretty live. I don't know about you, but I feel like the 5.5 feels really live. Wait a minute. This isn't Hump Day Hoops. Hump Day. It is Bijan 101. It was always Bijan 101. It's going to stay Bijan 101, especially with the matchup this week. What's up, Quill? Thanks for stopping in. It's Bijan season. It's been Bijan season. It's going to stay Bijan season. There was a Coach Speak quote earlier today on Bijan to where they basically just said, yeah, he's the Bijan is definitely the best player in football in my head. He's unbelievable. I love the kid. I love everything about him. I love watching him with the ball. I love his confidence. I love his demeanor. I love his mindset. I love the leadership. I love everything about him. I think they like him. And it's crazy that it might actually end up being an Algier game because they may just blow the doors off of the Panthers. But I think that the Panthers are that team that'll get down 2 scores every week and then fight back, make it entertaining, and score a bunch of meaningless fantasy points. Tyrod Taylor live in the Superflex. Heck yeah. There were some smart people like Steve calling out Tyrod Taylor and Fields missing games all the time. And there was other people like you and me who took some shares. I think all of us are smarts. The smarts. Hoop Hames. That sounds almost like a bad day. Sounds very close to me having a bad day. That's what that sounds like. I mean, I will take the Bucky if it falls. I would have I don't like JSN there. I think I take McBride here. and Rome. I have a plan. I have a plan. It might not be a good plan, but it is a plan. Oh, shoot. I forgot to start doing my timestamps. We will guess that the all right. Hopefully I can remember to do this as we go. Yeah, I figured that out the other day. Like if you just go to into your YouTube and you have it up on YouTube as well, and you go to descriptions, you could just look at the timestamp. Like I started doing it yesterday. Look at the time you start the draft. You just put that in and put like second draft, third draft, fourth draft, and the timestamp will add automatically. You just have to keep it up, and every time you type it in, you have to hit save, and it'll automatically update it. I didn't know how to put timestamps in until yesterday. Yeah, Davis talks about it all the time. I was like, how's he doing that? And I finally looked it up. I'm like, why haven't I been doing that? Like it made me it honestly just made me feel lazy. I was like, what have I been doing? Because I have 0 timestamps on videos up until yesterday. And it's not that hard. Like, I thought it would be you'd have to go into the video and do something. Like, that is not the case. I did not hire him. I hear he works cheap. All right, so the plan is still alive. We go Pickens here. And Ricky Pearsall. We're going to get a low-owned Ricky Pearsall on this stack that's going to be very high-owned. We're going to get a bring back there. We're going to get a bring back there. We're going to have the RB1. It leaves us 2 quarterbacks. I would like obviously, I kind of want Kyler here. Dak had already went. The goal was to actually take Dak there. I was planning on taking Dak. I didn't realize that Ghost Cards here had CD. It's fine. But the goal was going to be to do that. And but yeah, I think this is fine. And this is probably a team that, I mean, honestly, if Jalen Hurts makes it to me, I guess we just take Jalen Hurts naked instead of Kyler stacked. I think that they get that offense moving a little more this week. I'm not going to do that. I think we take. Do we take him? The naked May's already gone. Yeah, I think we just go ahead and take a little leverage off of my all of my Saquon. This timestamp is probably not right that I just put in, but all right, there we go. So the team, naked Jalen Hurts, naked Bijan Robinson, only thing in that game, and then we have 2 game stacks, headless game stacks. We have Pickens to Dunze, and we have McBride Pearsall. I think this team could do work. I've been seeing Jalen Hurts go in the 3rd round over and over and over again. So I'll take some shares if I get them down here for sure. We got Go Arizona Cards here with CeeDee Lamb, JSN, Mike Evans, the solo Bucky Irving, Dak Prescott, Jake Ferguson, the double stack there. Didn't bring it back. That's fine. Everyone, I think he was going to bring it back probably with DJ Moore, but Mac Biddy had other plans. Schuster here, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, Drake London, Juwan Johnson, Tet, and Drake. Very solid team. Like I said, I'm not I don't love the Jacobs matchup, but I could just be wrong. Like they could just absolutely smash the game and it be done. And he ends up with 2 touchdowns at 80 yards, and you kind of needed him. Bryson, Barkley, Genty, Puka, Adams with Stafford, Kraft. I love this. I need to build me a Barkley, Puka. I'm going to build one of these. If I can possibly get a Barkley, Puka, I've been trying every single draft. This is exactly what I want. This is the build that I actually want in these contests. Is I want a single Barkley, Puka, Adams, and I will probably not have the Stafford on it though, but I don't mind the Stafford on it. And Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft, the problem I have with Kraft is he's been going in the 3rd round. I will take him if he's going down here a little more. Then Pepper Tony, Chase Jefferson, gotta love it. Mason, Javonte, Warren, Jones. Just taking people who score fantasy points. Seems like a good strategy to me. All right. We are going into a Wildcat, and we will enter the Wildcat in 10 seconds. There we go. Waiting on 1. We got 22 watching. We got 10 likes. Hopefully we can get those likes up. After seeing Taylor get 25 rushes, he's a smash too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jonathan Taylor, to me, if you wanted to argue he's the 101, I'm not going to. I think you're crazy, but I do think if Bestball Mania, in Bestball Mania Rebirth, Resurrection, and Bestball Resurrection, does Jonathan Taylor get past 6? The 101's Bijan, right? Unquestionably now with Burrow hurt. The 102 could be Puka, could be CD. It's probably CD. And then JT's probably 3. And Puka's probably 4. And I think you could flip those 2, 3, and 4. But I think that would be the top 4. I don't. The usage that JT's getting is nuts. So, yeah, he really did. So we got Bryson back at the 2. We got the 3. Cards back at the 5. And Schuster at the 6. We get our boy. We get Barkley. Gotta love it. I will probably lose on the Barkley stuff this week, but I want to attack spots I think are good spots. And I do think that that's a good spot. So Bijan 101, Gibbs 102. Yeah, I can absolutely see that. I think you could easily argue that CD Lamb's the 102 as well. It's just, do you want do you like the wide receivers later more or the running backs later? You probably like the wide receivers later. Yeah, we'll take Jefferson down here. Sounds like a good time. I only put a couple rankings in. I do actually like Bowers quite a bit more than McBride this week. I think Bowers will be a little more healthy this week. And I believe that they're not going to do what they did last week and just give the game up. I think that they're going to correct things. Week 2 was a lot of this player didn't do good and they corrected things, right? I kind of like Rome there, but I do like Bowers a lot as well. So we'll go ahead and take Bowers. Oh, you're saying this slate beat Bijan JT? I don't know. It could be. I'm Bijan Barkley. Like, I haven't rated Bijan Barkley, CMC, Lamb, Taylor, but that's just because you can freely get Taylor back here. I honestly like Taylor more than CMC this week. I like it. And my order is Bijan, Barkley, Lamb, Taylor, CMC. But I don't want 0 CMC because it is CMC. And he's going to protect for the most points. I could just be wrong. I'm probably wrong. And it being half-point PPR, I think, makes the Barkley and Taylor a little more appealing. On drafters, I do think that CMC is a little more arguable in that group, and he should be because it's full PPR over there. We get Tucker Kraft over here. Somebody's a Green Bay fan. Look at him. Look at him over there doing Green Bay stuff over there. A Green Bay player in every draft, huh? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing, Schuster? You got to try to force me to take more Josh Jacobs? How dare you guys? How dare you guys? I'm over here trying to have some fun. You're taking Devontae Adams in front of me? Leaving me with Javonte versus Josh Jacobs? I'll take the Josh Jacobs fall. Like, if Jacobs falls down here, I do like it. Targeting the Browns, I mean, they have the best defense in the league. I do understand that Green Bay's offense is awesome. And Green Bay's defense is also awesome. But Oladarius McConkey, I'm going to have a very hard time not just taking McConkey every single time. Like, it feels like the look that Herbert had on his face whenever he's seen that he missed the wide open McConkey, to me means they're going to absolutely try to run that back. My double stack ATL, I hate with the Pitts snipe. I think Pitts is just a good pick this week. I really, really like the Pitts pick this week. ADP followers doesn't matter in BR. I get that. I think McConkey should go about a round before he does. And I'm going to end up with like 30% McConkey, I think. I just think that he's been a good pick. He just hasn't had a touchdown yet, right? Like, but everybody, like, and I want more Herbert. Like, I think Herbert's put up 18 points, 27 points. Like, I don't see him doing much worse against Denver's defense. Maybe he does. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm willing to bet on Herbert getting minimum 2 touchdowns, most likely 3 again, and some rushing yards versus Denver. So the team here, we have Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, Jefferson, McConkey, Bowers, and Herbert. No bringbacks, just studs. Schuster over here, Chase, Puka, Kraft, Kyron, Brock Purdy, assuming that he's going to play, hoping for the late swap with Jawan Jennings there. Like, they do. So the speak on Purdy earlier for those who don't know. Let me look it up exactly to see what exactly was said. Adam Schefter, 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy will be limited in practice due to his toe and left shoulder. And, quote, has a chance to play by Kyle Shanahan. And you've probably made a mistake when you're trusting Shanahan and coach speak, right? We got cards here with Taylor Bucky. I've done it a couple times. Bucky's one of those picks I like it, but I don't. I like the players around him a little more because like I generally like Jefferson over him, but if we're doing a bunch of these, we need to mix up our AD, like mix up our stuff. London Adams, I was really hoping for Adams here. But I do like the pick. Ferguson and Penix. So your double got messed up, and I blame it because you took Devontae Adams from me. I think you deserved it. I'm mad at you. Bryson over here. CMC, Jordan Mason. We got Nico Collins, Brian Thomas, Pitts, T-Law. I've seen BTJ fall down here to where McConkey is, and I'll take a couple stabs at him down there. I do think he might end up getting hurt. The chalk never wins this. I don't know. My team was really chalky last week and got fifth. I basically just took the best pick available, except for the last round where I scrolled for Juwan Johnson. So I wouldn't say that. Like, it can definitely hit. And sorry if you are here, Jeff, but I don't know if you are, so we will move on. And we will do – I'm going to do an actual BR. So we will enter the BR, and we will enter it in 10 seconds. Takes almost exactly there we go. I got the last spot. I'll be able to like do my timestamp as I do my countdown every time. That'll be nice. So we got cards here at the 3 again. I think I was a little late coming back. Kramer at the 1. Not sure if you're here. If you are here, thanks for popping in. We're at the 4. DeBalls. DeBalls is at the 6. And DeRuss is at the 2. DeBalls and DeRuss. We're here with legends. DeBall and DeRuss. After seeing the first 2 weeks, quarterback was 5% owned. I'm heading there. Yeah, like, that's like, I took the chalk in the first 4 picks, and then the last 2 picks I scrolled on because it was Goff and Juwan Johnson. Yeah, I do think you want to scroll. Like, I think that ADP followers don't matter near as much. I do agree. But if you can get a fairly unique combo, I think you want those fairly unique combos. In fairness, elite quarterback hasn't hit on either slate. If Ravens Bills was main slate, it'd be a different story. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. We'll take more Saquon. Yeah, like on drafters. Hey, thanks, Donnie. Yeah, so on drafters, week 1, where I got 7th on their slate, I'll tell you this, it was a bunch of Josh Allen at the top because they include the Sunday night game. So, like on that slate, it was Josh Allen all over the place because Josh Allen outscored the number 2 quarterback by like 8 points. So you kind of had to have him to be up there. And near ADP is near meaningless in these. Of course, Puka goes. We'll do this. I like the 3 wide receiver builds this week, but I do want some of all 3 of these guys with a Bucky Irving. I do think Bucky's a solid pick. I do want all 3 of these guys also with the Jacobs. I don't want a bunch of Jacobs or a bunch of Irving, but I want to make sure I get a lineup in kind of with all of them. I I haven't taken the master class, so I'm not going to speak out of turn on what is good and what is not. I didn't have any success last year with it, but I did very, very limited. I did like 7 a week, something like that. This year, week 1, I done like 20, and week 2, I done like 57. Because in week 1, I had a small hit, so I rolled it forward, and now I get to roll it forward again. I'll probably only do 75 to 100 total drafts. I know that is a lot. A lot of people are out there doing like 400 a week, though. So I am reasonably new to this on these things. So I think I have to take McBride here. Also, the elite tight ends haven't hit yet either. It's meaningful in the sense that some combo. Yes, that's how I look at it, and I think that paying attention to the ADP and like so, if you reach on a player at 21 to get a unique thing, and then a player that you were debating on falls, then taking that player is bad, right? Because now you're just a reverse order, same thing. So like, if you make the one decision, you can't make the second decision as well. All right, so this one we are absolutely pushing the wide receivers, and I like I said, I really like Ladd this week. But I don't know about you guys. I'm getting a feeling this is a Pickens week. Specific to early, yeah, I only value it in the first 4 rounds. Like the first 3 really. If you're at the turnover here, I think you can consider it the first 4 rounds, like down to like pick 20. But once you get to like pick 20, I think the ADP followers don't matter as much because the projected point, like basically whenever you look at the projected points and the gap stops, like that's when the ADPs like chasing the ADP stops mattering. Gotta love the unique bottoms. ADP fluctuates a lot. I don't have that subscription. I need to get it. You should recognize unique combos, but also yes, exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm only doing like 100 drafts. Yeah. If you're not unique up top, be unique at the bottom. And like, I mean, I'm not going to stay rich if I continue to do all these drafts, right? I think a lot of like, so Arizona lost a corner today as well, I believe. Arizona, I think it was their rookie corner. What was his name? Will Johnson, maybe? Garrett Williams and AJ Collier are out. We're going to go ahead and take Dak here, and we're going to do the bring back with DJ Moore. We're going to call it good. It's not going to be incredibly unique, but it'll be reasonably unique. Who crew? Yeah, well, I heard it on a podcast earlier. I'm trying to research it right now to see what it was. Hey, I missed a lot. I didn't hit everything, sir. I mean, and that's kind of a victory lap on injury because everything ran out pretty clear for him to have smashed. So what do I want here? Do I want DJ Moore? I don't really want DJ Moore, honestly. I think I want Ricky Pearsall. I'm going to take Ricky Pearsall on this. No bring back on this. We got Dak Prescott, 2 Pickens. We have Trey McBride with Pearsall bring back, Bucky and Saquon. Not a bad team. Let's see what everybody else has done. Cards, Jonathan Taylor, Drake London, Adams, Pitts, Penix, and Chase Brown. He is absolutely hammering the Panthers defense. I actually like the call. I did it last week and got burned a little. Like, I had a ton of exposure to Cardinals last week. And yes, I had a big cash, but my overall success was not great. So, but it only takes one. That's the thing about best ball. It only takes one. So we're going to go back. We're going to do another hurry up. And we will enter that hurry up in 10 seconds. And go. All right. So we are in. Yeah, it's definitely Will Johnson, and he left during week 2 and hasn't really been any news. Okay, well, I was listening to Pro Football Focus earlier, and they said something about he might be out or something. The thing is about the Wildcat, you need to finish top 1% of the field. Yeah. Yeah, you really do. Will Johnson is a weird name. It literally says his name every time I see a hot chick at the bar. I guess I'm not getting that comment. And by the way, Hartman, you and I had a reasonably good day in our start sits. I went through that earlier. And tracked what our hit rate was for the week. I'm bringing it up right now. So our week 2, purple is nobody won because it's touchdown only. Blue is we were 1 of 2, and red is we lost. So not bad in the start sit decisions. Not bad. We don't talk about the bad takes. That's right. All right, so we got Peppertoni here at the 2. I'm at the 4. That is it. Bold. Yeah, what was the bold takes last week? Yeah, we both met. We haven't hit one, but you're not supposed to hit the hot takes, right? Like, you're really not supposed to. Like, it's kind of one of those things that. Yeah, we'll take Jonathan Taylor here. There's a very, very small world where CeeDee Lamb comes back around, and I want that world. Maybe we're in that world right now. I think there was a 0 chance that Jonathan Taylor made it back around. There are several people out there taking Jalen Hurts in the 1st and 2nd round right now because he is the only elite quarterback going. So I think on this team, I've already done a scroll team for Calvin Ridley. So I don't think I'll do that again. I don't know which one of these I like the most. I kind of like all of them the same. Like, we're going to get some unique combos here. Peppertoni is about to get given possibly Chase Bijan. He gets Chase Bijan if he wants it. I would absolutely take the Chase Bijan stack. It is, I mean, this draft might get canceled if you do that. Like, but there may be only 1 or 2 in the contest. I would absolutely take it. I really think I whiffed on Hawkinson this year. I mean, JJ McCarthy wasn't supposed to be a pumpkin. I was wrong on that. Like, it was always a bet on KOC offense. And if Carson Wentz goes in there and is cooking, I think that we just see them stay with Carson Wentz at least until after week 6 because they have a week 6 bye. And I think that Jefferson and Addison would get going. And if he came back after week 6 and was bad again, I think they just pull the plug and wait till next year for McCarthy and put Wentz back in. So we'll see what happens there. And they could just be waiting until Christian Darrisaw comes back as well. Yeah. Chase only broke 13 points in full PPR once with Browning in 6 games. But the game he broke it, didn't he like really break it? Like, wasn't it like a 30-plus point game? I might be wrong. I'm just kind of going off of memory. All right, so I don't like this area of the draft very much. We'll take a Rome share, though. This will be a 3 wide receiver team, I think. I'll take one of these 2 if they come back. Hot take is Daniel Jones becomes Daniel Jones on primetime and has 2 interceptions. Is he on primetime this week or is it next week? When does he play primetime first? When's his first primetime game? That's probably a good time. Like, so I mean, he's basically Kirk Cousins, right? When it comes to primetime, this guy's got to time out and take Bowers, or not time. Cooper Kupp. I don't think he's going to time out and take Bowers. Not with the Cooper Kupp smash. Like, Cooper Kupp did have 90 yards and 6 receptions last week. Why is it so laggy? Why did it stop? Looks like unless this player, he can't take a flex, so I get Brock Bowers back. I like this team. So we could do a scroll RB on this team, like Swift. It's hard to not understand that the Franklin train is probably a good place to be. The Franklin train, I would like him if he's cheap right now. Number one, they're probably going to be behind the Chargers. And number two, they he's clearly getting all the schemed up touches. They are forcing him the ball and they're designing plays for Franklin specifically. And as long as they make him the guy they're scheming plays up for, he's going to have good weeks a lot. Yeah, I would definitely do that. Got him off waivers in a work league. Suck my poon. Suck muffin. Suck muffin. Got it. Suck muffin. We took Javonte there. I don't know why it took me so long to sound that out. Chase's big game with Browning was 26, so definitely. Yeah, okay. It wasn't like huge, but it was big. Got it. It was huge. Got it. All right, we got I mean, we're guaranteed to get Caleb Williams here. So the team is Jonathan Taylor, Javonte, Adunze, Puka, Bowers. Like, this is one of those times that, like, you want to adhere to ADP. Like, this player takes Hurts here and Kupp here. And, like, Bowers falls all the way back with Adunze, Puka, and Taylor. Like, there's no way that a team has this lineup, right? This entire lineup. And now you just kind of try to make it make sense with that last pick. And I like the uniqueness of this lineup more than I like the lineup itself. But with the fall on Adunze at ADP, and then Bowers generally goes before Adunze all the way down here. And then Javonte usually goes where I got Bowers. So, like, that whole combination has to be very unique. Some of these are GPP, some are not. So this one is a 20 max $3, so $60 to max it out. First prize $2,000. Second 100. 7,500 entrants. It's 6-person fields. You do these little drafts. Start 1 quarterback, 1 RB, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex, 1 tight end. Not super flex, just flex. So you really, like, you basically have to have a team get top 75 out of, like, you have to be top 1% to get your money back for maxing. But if you min cash, which is 1 in 6, you do double your money. So they have a lot more on the sustainability to try to get a big cash more than anything else. You have any top off codes? I don't have any codes. Like, I'm assuming you already have an Underdog account. And if you do, I would go use one of the other guys' codes that actually give you, like, first time deposit bonus. I don't have top up codes for Underdog. I have a code for Drafters. If you've never put into Drafters, it's a deposit match. If you would like, say something. While we're over here, we're going to do a Drafters draft. We're going to try to do a $3.30 Drafters draft. And we will enter in 10 seconds. Actually, we're just going to enter now. And these take a little bit to fill, so we'll go ahead and enter now. We'll see how thirsty the people in my stream are for these. And what's up, Tyler? These take a while to fill. So, like, on these, it's 3,000. Where is it? It's like 3,300 max. So $3.30, 670 score. 3,350 total entrants. They have milestone bonuses on Drafters this week. Last week they didn't. But you do 10 of them, you get a free ticket. And it has that same milestone bonus here in the $11 one. So there is that. So Hartman here at the 3. I got the 5. These are also 5-person pods instead of 6-person pods. Things get a little wild over here. This is not super flex. It is the $55 one is super flex. It's just everything is by projection. All of the points, like, they don't have an ADP. They just have projections. That's all they ever have. So you have to, like, pay attention and scroll a little more. What's up, Tyler? Yeah, 3,350 entrants. And the whale is 1,550, and it overlaid last week. The $11 one actually overlaid. I couldn't get a deposit bonus on time. I'm down to do another. Okay, yeah. We could do another one of these. I like drafters stuff right now. Yeah, and so drafters also adds the Sunday night game in as well. So it does change things up quite a bit. Because like it's a different slate, right? Like it's a completely different slate than the underdog stuff. I'm gonna go Puka Jefferson here. I've been doing, like I said, I don't like a lot of the RBs on this slate. So I've been doing a ton of 4 running backs on drafters for these slates. And for anybody who is new to drafters, you can use promo code WHO, capital H, 2 little O's, for a 100% deposit match for up to $100. And it is $25 minimum to match, $100 max. They actually give out some reload codes and stuff. I've not gotten one yet. Hopefully I start getting them. I've actually had a couple people use my promo code, so hopefully they start reaching out and letting me have reload codes as well, because I like reload codes. I don't know about you, but I like reload codes. So we after this one, we're going to do one more drafters, and then I'm going to go do the breakdown for my my Elim and first quarter matchups, if you guys care. All right, so Patrick has it all set up now. We're good. So like there's some pick, like Rome on this site hasn't boosted up like he should, by the way. He still goes down there. You have to, like, I really want to. All right. We did it. We did it, everybody. You got reload codes on drafters during the summer, right? I know even I did, and I do way less volume here than you. No, like, yeah, they will like email you some codes and stuff like that, but I'm talking like Chess Liam and Big Draft Energy both had like 20% reload codes that they specifically got with a promo bonus on it. So like, and actually I was able to use both of them. It let me reload with both of them. So like Big Draft Energy got like a 10% one and Chess Liam got like a 20% one. And I ended up using both of those to get a little extra on there. So I'm not, by the way, I am not saying double elite tight end is the way to do it. But I am saying if they both hit, I'm gonna be happy. Because there's probably very few people are probably willing to do this. Also, one good thing about drafters as well is if you go into the rankings for the daily stuff like this, you could, like, for auto drafting, drafters is actually better because you can set one tight end maximum and two, like, you can set 2 RB maximum or 4 wide receiver, or three wide receiver maximum. So like you can set it up to auto draft way better. Chess nerds always coming out on top. Yeah. I did one W Elite on Underdog because it was too tempting. Like, so on drafters, it makes more sense because it's full PPR, right? Yeah, it's not going to work, but I do think it's a slightly better bet over here because it's double. Why is Josh Jacobs questionable? So Rome did get scrolled for. I think I'm going to take him. I really like Kamara this week as well. We'll take Kamara and Josh Jacobs. The scroll I like this week, everybody's on Juwan Johnson. I think Ricky Pearsall comes back and has a good week. If Purdy's in there, Jay McBride is going to score like 3. Yeah, he's going to have a Alvin Kamara 6 touchdown game, and it's going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and call it. It's going to happen week 14 to advance all of those teams over other teams, and then he's going to do nothing in the fantasy playoffs. That's what's going to happen. First start. Yeah, I have quite a bit of Jordan Mason as well. The Bengals rusty isn't that good. It's better than you think. It's ranked 16th by the PFF grading charts right here, or 15th. So, like, it's better than you think, but, like, I mean, Jacksonville completely destroyed them, right? The problem is the Browns are the worst running team in the league. So they're 15th against a team who has, like, basically no yards all season. This team, I will probably come back to. Another thing about these, you can go in and change your rosters. Like, I will take Jaden Daniels here because you can go in and actually change. Is it time for me to TJ to hang it up? No. All right, so team here, we got Jaden Daniels, Alvin Kamara, Josh Jacobs. I took Alvin Kamara before Josh Jacobs to prove a point. We got wide receivers, Puka, Jefferson, Pearsall, Trey McBride, Brock Bowers. We're having fun today. We are having some fun. Let's look at what Stu's done. Kyler, Bijan, Genty, Neighbors, Nico, Devontae, Harrison. I like it. We got Tucker Kraft there. I'm having a hard time getting to Tucker Kraft this week. I do want some of him, but I haven't been able to click him yet. I don't know why. All right, so we're going to go ahead and let that lobby fill up. And we're going to do one with the fam whenever that lobby fills. Yeah, I'm going to wait until that one fills up, and then I'll enter whenever that is ready. Also, for those who don't know, this one, the Octopus, is probably their better contest. It's 8 entry max. The other ones are based it's like 75 and 100 entry max. This one is 888. Top 125. Get $16. This contest usually maxes. Like it maxes early. But yeah. All right, we are in the lobby for the 333. We are making the old timestamp. And hopefully it fills reasonably quick. Okay, you unregistered. Got it. I figure Marvin with Kyler was enough to be unique. No, like, it might be. Well, the thing is, being unique in these, it's like, so you have 2 additional roster spots, right? So having the unique pairing, number one, The scrolls don't. I haven't researched it, but I'm gonna assume that the rosters. Let's just look at last week. I got blanked last week in this tournament over on this side. So like he scrolled for Goff, but it's because he had a stack, right? He had the double stack. You look at the number 2. They scroll for the stack with Bo Nix. A Bo Nix, Evan Ingram stack, like because there's extra spots. Like I feel like just getting the best plays matter more than the uniqueness. You could probably go a little more projection because the uniqueness is going to come with the roster being deeper, right? So I think there's some scrollable people. I just don't think the scrolls are absolutely neat. Like if you scroll and hit the nuts, it's probably really good. Yeah, that guy actually screwed himself scrolling. Absolutely. Yeah, why do they call it an octopus with the 888 entry? The thing that I don't like about the octopus is 7th place should be $88.88. Right? Like, actually, 8th place. They should have made 8th place $88.88, right? Like, throw an additional 88 cents out of your rake, or $8.88. That's what they like. One of those should be, and then just lower top prize by a few dollars or something. It would be worth it for the memes. Yeah, so because it's only 5-person pods and you have deeper rosters, uniqueness is just going to come more naturally. It's like getting unique 3 or 4 times on a BBM roster. What's the point to continue to do it after the beginning? All right, so we're going to take Jonathan Taylor. And we are going to take we're going to take Jefferson. They should make 8th place $1,000. Yeah. Yeah, they could just do that. I think that would be great. They need to do something like that. A contest where 8th is what matters. Like, don't try to win. Try to get 8th, everybody. We got so Poker is here. He's got CD and Puka. I love that start. I kind of like Puka more than Jefferson. I've been taking some Puka though. I mean, they could just make it. They wouldn't even have to go with the 888. They could have just made it $80.80, right? 8088, and I think it's fine. I think if it was 80.88, I think it would be fine. I think I'm going to message drafters and tell them they need to make the octopus. They need to lose 88 cents for the memes. It'd be great for marketing. Free advice to drafters there. Just make it $80.88 for 8. That's the answer. I mean, how dare you take away my double stack tight ends? How dare you? All right, we're going to go ahead and take Jordan Mason here. I don't love the Jefferson plus Mason stuff, but I do think there's definitely a game script where Jefferson cooks the first half, has 110 yards and a touchdown, maybe 2, and then Mason runs the game out. Do you remember if any of the contests? None of the other ones overlaid. All of the other ones were done like 2 hours before. The So the 333 closed between like midnight and 8 a.m. On Sunday morning, because I went to bed and it was still open, and I woke up and it was closed. And the only thing in the lobby was the whale, and it still didn't fill. I don't think people love the structure there, but I'm going to do the 11 of them. I'm going to do the 10 plus the 1. I mean, it's still $110 to do them. There's only 625 entries, but you still have to get top 15 on your 11 entries. You should average one roster at 62 each week, right? And you can min cast there, but like, it's still kind of hard to get there, right? Like, if you do the 11 of them. And that's with one of them being free. And like, I don't know who is new to drafters. If anybody doesn't understand how the swaps work on drafters, it's literally like you just do it when you want. I don't have any Chase Brown this week. If he falls back, I will take him. And I also like Ladarius McConkey more on this site than I do the other site. So people have gotten wise to using Rome, bringing him up. And I think this will be my last draft. Then I'll go over my pods. Then I'll head out. So two of the people have quarterbacks. The quarterbacks on this slate are just rough, aren't they? So Chase Brown goes. Kyron against Philly feels bad. I'll take Nico and Ladd here. %, min cash with almost double up is good. Yeah. Yeah, I think. But if you look at the underdog stuff, like it's like 16% min cash with the double as well. Yeah, the prizes climb slow, right? Like, I would personally like first prize to be 2,500, second prize to be 2,000, third to be 1,500, a lot more. Like, and like the top 10 be like $700. It is kind of like where I would like it. But I prefer that in all. Like, I'm not I want the $2 million to first and nothing to the rest of them. Like, that's the wrong tournament. But they could take $1,500 off of here and $500 off, or $2,000 off there, $500 off there, and spread it over the top 10. And I think that this contest would be a lot better. Like, a lot better. Like, getting top 10, I get it. It's only 625 entrants, but I do think that it needs to scale a little differently. And I do think that's why they have trouble filling it as well. That's just an opinion. So, like, there's zero reason for me to not, unless I want Herbert, and I actually kind of do want Herbert here. What running backs are left? I'm going to go ahead and take Kamara and Jaden Daniels. So, like, the team here, Jaden Daniels, Taylor, Mason, Kamara, wide receivers, Jefferson, Nico, Ladd, Bowers. So, if you go to your teams here, and like, I'll just click on one I done earlier. the reason to take Jaden is because I could literally just hit swap and just take any player who wasn't in that lobby. So, like, on this team specifically, I took Jaden because if he plays, I want him. But if not, the reason I took the Pearsall is because if he doesn't play, I can go down to Brock Purdy, assuming if he ends up playing, and do that. So, like, you can kind of game that. The thing is, and if I click Dak here and I hit confirm, after I hit confirm, it'll ask me if I want to change all entries of Jaden Daniels to Dak, I believe. They could even reduce Mincast rate or reduce $15, put more in the middle. Yeah, they could do something. Yeah, let's look at that team real quick, Poker's team real quick. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Chuba. I don't mind Chuba this week. He's got a receiving touchdown both games, which is wild. Chase Brown, Sniper, Tyler Warren, Mike Evans, Puka, Devonta. Yeah, this is what I want. Like, I want to do this a couple times. Do the Rams double stack with a different quarterback. What's up, Bink? So, all right. Now on to the real show. Eliminators. Let's look at what we got. Opponents, Pikachu. I don't have anybody I know other than DS Council. Seen DS Council a lot of places. We got Pikachu 6. A guy with a bunch of letters. Mrs. Trucktober. Mrs. Trucktober. Marola. Yeah, I don't see any names other than DS Council here. Let's see how often I'm projected to win. 1, 2, 3, 4. Six. I'm projected to win 6. That ain't good. So I'm projected to win 1. Yeah, that ain't good. I'm projected to win 6. Oh, it's right there. I did not know that. 6 of 15. But let's look at some of the lineups. We got Bo Nix and Jalen Hurts here. Gibbs, Jacobs, Rashad White, Algier, Giddens. Yeah, this team looks pretty solid. He's got Rashee Rice and Bigsby and Ford. I should be projected to win. I feel okay about that team. We got Fields here, Rip. So we have one quarterback in this one, but it is Justin Herbert. We do have Rice, so we're out Fields, we're out Rice. Pat Bryant's a 0. We have the 101, Quentin Johnston. We have Deontay Johnson. This is a bad team. Jefferson, Sutton, Myers, QJ. That's it. That's all we got at wide receiver. Kraft, Strange, Kincaid, Irving, Chuba, Swift, Warren. Like, we are absolutely flexing at RB. Absolutely. I'm projected to win in that one. I don't like the team. Miss Trucktober. We get Lamar. Like, that's an awesome quarterback room. What do they have that stands out? They have Keenan, Quentin Johnston, Herbert, Kittle. So they need Zach Ertz. I have both. I kind of like this. Hampton, not good, but I got Dobbins and Gibbs. Jaden Blues, Shadow Realm, Robinson Shadow Realm. Wide receivers seem fine. I don't know why my voice just kind of went. So this team, We got a Derrick Henry team through. I am not yet. Only because I haven't thought about it. I'm sure it'd be easier to find a way to like get that simulated, and I am not going to track it. So this player over here has 6 wide receivers total. And Quentin Johnston and Wandale are 2 of them. Congratulations for making it to this round. Like, now they have Derrick Henry, Paul. Like, it's actually a good team. Like, for a 1-week sample right now, it looks good. QJ stonks. Absolutely. I got Tet, JMO, Pearsall, Egbuka, Mims. Like, I think this is going to be an absolute bloodbath. Like, the fact that this is projected for more points than the other one is wild. That's going to be a tough match. Here, I got Drake May, McCarthy, and Aaron Rodgers. Rip. I advanced. This is the. I have a Genty, Jonathan Taylor, Swift, Aaron Jones, RIP. So it's Genty versus Genty. Tyler Conks. So it's Taylor, Swift. Wow. Versus Brees, Chuba, Hunt. That's a pretty, like, I like my side. But, like, their side could win. Evans, Adams, Metcalf, Golden. Yeah, I love this room. Amon. Their room's also good. Down here. Do they have updated ownership? Be curious how much Henry. We can look at that when we're done scrolling through these. So Chase, Jennings, Pittman, Cup, Coleman, Slayton, Mitchell, Juwan, and McBride. That looks good. Josh Allen. So what's my RB room? Everything else looks good. Kamara, Charbonnet, Hampton, Benson. They have H&. They're going to dominate me at RB, but I love the rest of my team. Yeah, you can do that. This team. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. So 3 quarterbacks. They have Dart. That's 1 dead roster spot. That's dead. That's dead. Everything else looks good on their side. They do have Derrick Henry, Montgomery, and Swift. Those are 3 good plays this week. I have Taylor, Walker, Henderson, and Dobbins. I feel good about that. Amon, it's a Rashid Rice team, RIP. Amon, Wilson, Golden, Shaheed, Thielen, and Wicks. I don't love this RB room or this wide receiver room, but it can get there. The same first quarter team that was in a pod with who? It's against another pod of Henrys. That's awesome. Everyone but me had Henry is in a pod of Henry. That is fantastic. We'll go down to this one. Like, more Rashid Rice. I'll look at this one and then go look at the first quarter pods, and then I'm done. Like I said, I don't know why, but my voice just started to go. Another Justin Fields team, Caleb Williams. Cannot feel good about that. But I would trade my Justin Fields for his Jaden Daniels. Sorry, DS Council. Both Bucky Irving. I have Joe Mixon, but I do have Cam Scattaboo, Chase Brown, Scattaboo, Shipley dead, Mixon dead, Hampton, Warren, Stevenson. He's got a way better RB room. Jefferson, Devonta Smith, Adunze, Christian Kirk is back. Tillman, Keenan Allen. I feel good about that. He's also got Kirk, though. He's got Mooney. I like my receiver room a little better. And tight end rooms look fairly similar. All right, so we are over here. And all right, so here is first quarter pod 1. We got CMC, only CMC pod in the pod, only McConkey in the pod, only one elite quarterback in the pod. So my first 3 picks are unique. This was in the first one. So there's a bunch of rice everywhere. I got CMC, Connor, Pacheco, Eckler, RIP, Scattaboo, and Rodriguez might play this week. McConkey, Pittman, Douglas, Dobbs, Diami, Quentin Johnston. Feels fine. Drake May, Justin Herbert. This player has Fields. I do have another dead roster spot down here. I think that this team could advance. I don't love the McCaffrey matchup, but it can definitely get there. Did that update correctly? Yeah, that updated. So this one is this one's wild. I got a BTJ Aston Genty team through. If I can, this is the one I like. If I can sneak this into the last week, there's going to be very, very few BTJ Aston Genty teams in the first quarterfinals. So we got Rashee Rice, RIP, but we got BTJ, Genty, Walker, Connor, Bigsby, Rodriguez. So it requires those 3 to dominate. But I got BTJ, Debo, Keon, Pittman, Thielen, Wandale. We got Daniel Jones, Russell Wilson, and Bryce Young. So we're just trying to tread water there. Wide receivers are serviceable enough for sure. Tucker Kraft, Bretton Strange, and Jatavian Sanders. Like, I love this RB room. Very unique wide receiver room. Like, Brian Thomas and Genty has to be incredibly low owned, right? So this is the one I really want to sneak to the finals if I can. I would love this team to get to the finals. Yes, it has Rice, and Thielen's kind of a bust at this point. But, like, all the other picks seem pretty fine. I really like that team. And if I could pick only one team to get to the finals of my first quarters, it might be that one. I have 5 that advanced. That's the most unique team. And I think the best do I think that they're both going to turn around? Probably not. But having those 2 players in a finals probably might be the only combination out of 374 would be pretty exciting. CeeDee Lamb, Bucky Irving, Trey McBride, JSN, Tony Pollard, RJ Hart. This team is awesome. Steph Diggs, Keon Coleman, Drake May, Keenan Allen, Braylon, Ollie, Hollywood, Darnold, RIP, Juwan Johnson, Adonai Mitchell, Daniel Jones. So, yeah, this team is loaded. We're against Twisted Fantasy, Shimmy Cocoa Pup, Wounded Geese. I didn't even shout out who I was against in the other ones. I only have one against somebody in the Who Crew, and that is I don't know if it was in those first ones. We'll see. No, it's in this very last one. So I also have a clear out in this one. Only CD team, only Bucky team, only McBride team, only JSN team. This one feels like it's the most live of all of my teams to advance. Like, it feels very, very strong to advance. Everybody in this pod has pretty much a unique team. And the one that has Joe Burrow already has Josh Allen and nailed some of the late wide receiver. Like, actually, I would guess that Twisted is the least likely to advance here. So that means they're going to advance. All right, so this team, not a member of the Who crew, but a member of Ship Chasing crew. Car Park is in this pod when it loads. Come on, you can load. Come on, everybody. Give us some encouraging words. Tell it can load. Tell it can load. There we go. It loaded. We got Car Park with Jamar Chase, Bowers, Allen. Barkley Taylor feels awesome for this week. Like, Barkley Taylor feels so good for this week. And it's the unique. Both of them are unique. Aaron Jones, RIP, got super lucky because Aaron Jones, two of the other people also have Aaron Jones in this pod. So my Saquon Taylor pod gets paired against a pod with two of these. Like, that feels pretty good. The problem with this team is it's a Fields team, and I only took 2 quarterbacks on this. So Bo Nix has to get there. Like, if Bo Nix gets there, I think this team can advance. If Bo Nix doesn't get there, it might be rough. But it is a Troy Franklin team. Evans, Garrett Wilson, J-Mo, Keon, Keenan, Franklin, Horton, MVS. It's so weird when you pull up the board on. Is it? So I like this team a lot. If Bo Nix scores like 18 fantasy points, I think this team could definitely advance. I like the chance. I would love to get 2 of my 5 through, and I think I have a reasonable chance to get 2 of 5 through. I think 3 of my teams should be favored to get through, but I'm probably also a little biased. And this one, James Young here, the Sentry. Shout out the Sentry. Haven't seen him around for a while, but what's up, the Pound? Congratulations to making it here. This team also kind of has a clear path. And how are the Expos looking this week? Oh, you mean for my overall best ball portfolio? My exposures was absolutely toast after week 1, basically. I had 14.5% Xavier Worthy. I had 17% Will Shipley. And I had my teams are all gonna get way better in 2 weeks. Because I took a whole bunch of Jordan Addison, knowing he would be suspended. He's one of my higher ones. I took a bunch of Darnell Mooney. I had 12% Judkins. We could go over them. I have some huge wins at the top and some huge losses at the top. So, but my portfolio is definitely going to advance later than now. I have a ton of teams sitting like 4th, 5th, 6th. Not a ton of teams advancing at the moment. Yeah, exactly. Like, my top exposure guys are literally like Worthy, who's hurt, Rasheed Rice, Darnell Mooney, Jordan Addison, and Judkins is up there. So this is another first quarter team that I really like. Bijan, Achane, both awesome matchups. Lamar, the best matchup you could have. Worthy's coming back. Ted's looked awesome. Flowers is the man. Aaron Jones, RIP, but it's fine. We got Bijan and Achane. The Century, James Young, by the way, slips in the only Jordan Mason team that I've seen in any of the pods. And Njoku, Shakir, Braylon. We got the double stack there. The Njoku, Goddard. Hopefully Goddard plays this week. Get the Chris Rodriguez for the first quarter contest. RIP, Coker, Alec Pierce, and Quentin Johnson at the end. I was taking a bunch of MVS when he signed with the Niners when they had nobody healthy. I still think it was a sharp play, even though it didn't work out. But, I mean, I coupled it with Pierce and QJ. This team is loaded as well. So, like, I don't know. Did you see my previous teams, Pat? Because in the second version of first quarter, I have some pretty solid teams. Yeah. Flowers is a smash. Like, when Flowers started going in the late fifth and sixth round, like, he was an absolute smash. He's going to end up being a good pick in the fourth round at what he's doing now. And I wasn't taking him there. So, yeah, this team no, it was the other team that I wanted to show you. Is it this one? Yeah. I have this is in the first quarter, by the way, Pat, if you're still listening. I have a chance to advance a Brian Thomas, Ashton Genty team through. That is very exciting. And, like, I have enough pieces around to be able to do it because I have Walker, Connor, if Rodriguez does anything. But it had, like, if Genty does something this week, like, Genty, Walker, Connor, I should be able to be serviceable, but I'm fine. Like, it's probably not a favor to advance, but if it can advance, it's going to give me an absolute clear out. So we can look at my season-long exposures, though, while we're doing it. All right, here we go. Here's my season-long exposures. Jarquez Hunter, I'm still holding out on that. But we have some big wins. We have some big losses. Scatabo, Tootin, Eckler, RIP. Rashad White, I think, is still fine. That's probably bad. Connor looks bad. Brees still up in the air. Tajay, we don't know. Absolute toast on Pacheco. Jordan Mason, great. Quinchon, fine. Your pick, Javonte Williams, I have $13 in. Bill, so I don't have much Bill. I thought it was fish move to chase him up the board. Quarterbacks, Drake May, 19%. Jaden, 14. Justin Herbert, 13.5. Lamar, 13. RIP, those two. But I feel great with the Drake May plus Herbert and Daniels and Lamar exposure. I think that I'm going to have some winners built out through this. Top exposure here. Golden's been close, hasn't got there. Diggs, we know he's going to smash. Pat Bryant, I'm fine with. Puka, 15%. That's where it really starts to get good. Puka, Rice down here. Devonta Smith, he's still fine. It just hasn't hit yet. Worthy, Tet, Hunter. Like, I have a lot of players that have, like Brian Thomas, that I feel very good that they're going to be fine throughout the season, that have done nothing. So, but some of my zero RB hits, like my Scadaboo, my Tootin, and my Quinchon, like, I think Brashard Smith is very, very live to do. Like, I also was Dobbins over Harvey most of the time. Like, I do think Brashard Smith ends up getting a ton of work by midseason. That RB room is completely dust. Like, all these Pacheco shares are done, especially if they don't do it this week. Completely done. Write them off. Just act like those teams don't exist. Or he doesn't exist on them. Like, I think that Brashard Smith will go in by midseason and be something. I have 5. I did 46 first quarter teams, and I have 5 in the semis. I like, the math says I should definitely get one. and a 25% chance to advance 2. By looking at the rosters, I personally think that I should be favored to advance in 3 of them. And I'm hoping to get 2 through. So the goal is to get 2 through. And like we said, like here's the one team. This one I don't think I'm favored to get through, although it's a fine team. May, Herbert, McCaffrey, Connor, but it has Pacheco and Eckler. It's the only Scadaboo team I've seen on any of them that got through. So it's going to require Scadaboo to beat the Chiefs somehow, and I don't think or Connor to do something. But so both of these teams, I was in on Tick and Rashid, assuming because this was all done before the Scadaboo, right? But this was all done before the suspension was announced when he was supposed to go to trial in week 4. And I was like, I basically went all in on Rice in this because the best news that I could get for the other bags is that he was suspended the first 4 to 6 games and not the middle 4 to 6 games, right? So I was fine, like just as long as he hits whenever he's back, I'm fine giving up all these shares. But Ladd, Pittman, Douglas, Dobbs, Diami, Johnson, like I nailed all of these wide receivers. Coker, I'm going to consider was a nail. Like bad news late. Trey McBride, Hawkinson. 3, like this is the BTJ team. I can get there with those guys. It's also got Rice, but Thomas, Debo, Keon, Pittman, Wandale, garbage there. But I think that in these, like I think all 3 of like that second one, I think the first one has a decent chance to advance, but like these other 3, I think all should be favored to advance. May, Darnold, Jones, Bucky, Pollard, Harvey, Braylon, Ollie. Like that's solid, but these wide receivers are insane. CD, JSN, Diggs, Coleman, Keenan, Hollywood, Coker, Adonai. Was it here yesterday that I said Brady with the headset? Yes. Yeah, it was here. And then that's an awesome tight end room. Bo Nix, Justin Fields. Like this team, if Bo Nix puts up 18 points, I'd be shocked it doesn't advance. What's up? Saquon, Taylor, Sampson, Rico, Evans, Garrett, Jamo, Keon, Keenan, Franklin. Like this wide receiver room is nasty. Saquon, Taylor, and then that wide receiver room. Like as long as Bo Nix has a good game. That pod is tilted. Oh, really? Yeah, like it is weird. Like apparently last year he wasn't even allowed to talk to players on any team, like at all, because he's a because he's part owner. He wasn't even his own, I guess. Like in the pregame interviews for the broadcast stuff. Yeah, car park is always there. This team's also awesome. Lamar, Bijan, Achane, Bryce Young. RIP Aaron Jones, but like I'm fine with that. Braylon could get there. Worthy's back. Tet, Zay, Shakir, Bateman, Alec Pierce, Quentin Johnson, and Njoku, Goddard. Like if Goddard's back, I feel awesome about this team advancing. So I think I should be able to advance 2 of these 5. I think there's an outside. Like I just hope I'll be very upset if I don't advance 1 because I feel like I should be and a favorite in these. There's more like 30%, right? Like it's not like I'm 50% to advance. I feel like I'm 30% to advance in 3 of these, 25 in 1 of them, and like 20 in the other. So like in theory, I should get 1 through. And there's not a whole lot of common players between them. So I should be able to like definitely get one of them through. If I had all the same roster, I'd be a little scared. But anyway, that is it for me tonight. I'm going to go. I think I'm going to make me tacos tonight. Tacos sound good. Haven't made tacos in a couple weeks. And this boy needs tacos. I'll tell you that. This boy needs tacos. So thanks everybody for coming out. I will be back on Saturday night, most likely, unless my buddies get UFC. If that happens, I'll be out there. And if not, I will be back Sunday morning with Hartman for the Start Set show. I'll see everybody later. Have a great night. Peace.